Hello, I'm Robert Bozeman. Welcome to another episode of Hymns of Comfort, Hymns of Our Faith. And speaking of faith, I have Faith Aeilts here with me today. Hello.
Hi.
It was about 1 year ago that Faith and I, along with a couple other musicians, and one that you'll see on the recording today, Jason, who was the violinist, we did a series of concerts on beloved melodies and hymns of faith. And that was a little pun because Faith and I were doing it together. So we're going to hear one of those pieces today. But before we talk about that, Faith, I know that you have degrees in music and you're obviously devoted a lot of time and energy to music. But what are you doing now in your life?
When I'm not singing and being in a choir, I work for Metro Louisville. I'm in the Office of Resilience and Community Services, and this is the compassion arm of Louisville Metro. So, right now, we are busy. We have been busy since this whole pandemic started. First, with the March for Meals program for seniors, the distribution sites. We're getting ready to start another phase so we can be adding more homebound seniors to the program. The funds from One Louisville are coming into our department. All kinds of funds are coming into our department so that we can be helpful during this pandemic. Everything in my life has changed. And even though I'm still going to the office every day, what has changed is the amount of work has probably tripled in the past 6 weeks. Being able to come home and sing with the choir, even if it is remotely, has been very helpful for me to get out of my head a little bit and out of my work mode.
Good. And as we were talking earlier, it's a lot of work to produce these virtual choir things, but it is a wonderful venture to make music together. And that's what we're going to talk about for just a little bit today is this musical venture that we had last year, which we worked a long time on. And it started, in my mind, at least with the spirituals that you and I had done many years. But we decided to end that whole program with the three of us playing. And Jason Wade is the violinist that you'll see. And so we all had a part in this. How can I keep from singing? And it was a beautiful setting that we ended up doing. And would you talk a little bit about that piece, anything you want to tell us? But in my mind, I especially like to hear what you think about the text that you sing and how that can reach us and where we are right now in the world.
When I think of this text, I feel like the first two lines encapsulate most of the song and how I relate to it. And that is, my life flows on in endless song
Mm.
above earth's lamentations. And as a musician, whether you're a vocalist or instrumentalist, and just for a lot of people who maybe don't consider themselves musicians, songs are in our minds. And I always feel that whatever's going on in my life, there is a song for it. And when I was a child, I saw Sound of Music for the first time, and I just didn't understand why we couldn't always have an orchestra with us as we were dancing, in the backyard. Right now, during the pandemic, the songs are in my minds, but there is certainly so much tribulation and lamentation in the world. And music is what keeps me going and gives me hope. This song is about knowing the truth, and there's so many glimpses of truth in this song, and it does lift one up, just as it did at the end of our concerts last year.
I agree because I've thought many times during this, and that's what led me to do this hymn series, Hymns of Comfort, is that very first week I just sat down at the piano and I just thought, what can be our response? And I sat down and played What a Friend We Have in Jesus. It just came out, and so I thought, I'm going to put that down. And then a couple of days later, after all these comments, I was like, this is what's many of us need, is just this connection to music and connection to our faith. So thank you for sharing your thoughts today. And I'm going to look through this file and see if there's some other pieces from that concert that we might want to share. and maybe we'll talk again. So thank you, Faith, for your continued music and thoughts about how we can get through this together.
You are welcome. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. And how can we keep from singing? Bye for now.
Goodbye.